Okay, here I am with my human voice, not using AI like other people. 10. After this, contemplating the riches of Darius and the prepared or the displayed riches, so genitive, he was captivated again with admiration of such things. Then was the first luxurious parties, banquets, which followed, and the magnificent feast. Not there's much difference between a convivium and a feast. The epularium here, it's actual food they're eating itself, where the convivia is the party itself. Then Barsanam, also the captive, on account of her beauty of her form, he began to deligere, he began to love her. 3. From whom this woman afterwards, Postea, he took up a son, he had a son, called Hercules. Mindful yet that still Darius was living, Parmenion to occupy the Persian fleet, he sent, if you want a verb, and other friends to receive or take the cities of Asia. 5. Which immediately, with the rumours heard of victory, the prefects of Darius himself, with a great weight of gold, handed over themselves into the power of the victors. And this weight of gold come into their hands. 6. Then he set out for Syria, where someone was met. Many Oriental kings were met. He had a meeting with them, and they had headbands in Fulus. These in Fulus, according to the Loeb, was meant when people are trying to curry favour, so it's a bit of submission maybe. From this, pro their merits, he received others into an alliance, a society of single people. So it was based on their merits, these individuals. Others, he took away their kingdom and suffected or replaced in the place of them new kings, with new kings suffectus taking their place. 8. Besides the rest, there was an insignis, someone who was standing out or was exceptional. This was Abdolomus. He'd been made king of Sidon by Alexander, whom Alexander, when he was placed out to do work, he was a workling, a labourer or something. He was hired to do a job. He was accustomed to draw out from wells and irrigate gardens. He was made king, even though he was exhibiting a wretched life, living a wretched life. Alexander's spreadest or spurned other nobles. Starting to recall this story of this guy. It was probably from Curtis Rufus or some other person. I've seen this story before. Anyway, lest this type of thing, they should think it would be done by the benefit of benefication or the goodwill of the of Alexander, and not of the birth. Generous is of his race and his standing in. I think he was. I seem to remember he was noble, but all the advisors were saying not to pick him or something like that, if I remember the story correctly. Anyway, 10. The Civitas, the city of Tyre, when a crown, a golden crown of great weight, was through legates, was sent to Alexander in a way of congratulating him. It's a title, so it's probably written. Having accepted this gift gracefully, he said he wanted himself to go to Tyre, and there's a verb down there, to redender his vows to Hercules, and he's also named his son Hercules as well, but this would be the guy who wrestled with the lion, etc. Demigod. 11. When the legates, more rightly, wanted this for him at Old Tyre, they were saying that this would be better off at Old Tyre and facturum, and to be done in a more ancient temple, the older comparative temple, trying to avert his entrance into the city. Thus he burst into flame, or he was burning hot, and he threatened, it or correlatives, the end of the city. I don't know why there's a big space there. 12. And immediately, having applied his army to the island, not less the Tyrians being animosis or more courageous with their fiducia, their relying and trust in the Carthaginians, he started a war, received a war. 13. For something increased, the spirits for the people of Tyre, the example of Dido. 4. This neuter, this example of Dido, increased the courage of them. Another accusative. That's neuter, that's why it looks accusative. Whom, this woman, Dido, with Carthage found, she had found or owned a third part of the orb of the world. They were thinking this a foul thing if for their women there had been more of courage in acquiring the empire than for themselves in safeguarding their liberty. 14. Icator. Therefore, a motor, something females removed, those removed of the age of the unwarlike, so that'd be the young and the old would be unwarlike age. There's no ad for Carthage, so these are removed to Carthage. And soon, with auxiliaries having summoned, not much post, not much after this time, it was captured. This place was captured through betrayal. 11. Then Alexander did Rhodes, Egypt, and Cilicia without a contest. He received these places. Then he purgated. He continued on to Jove Homonum, another Jupiter god thing. He's going to consult it concerning the outcome of the future and his own origin. And Daily Dictionary. Quero. It's an alternative form. Quaso. Seek, look for, ask question. More down here is where we're using it. Strive, endeavour for, and obtained. So it was also the gerund form of it was used as well. But so it was the seek to obtain. Even can mean desire, require, want, and miss and lack. But there's a bunch of synonyms there for it. Quaesit and querendo, I think, were the two ways it was used. Back to the plot we're about to end. Namely, 4. His mother, Olympias, having confessed to her man Philip, the king, that Alexander non ex eo se, that's a bunch of two-letter words, that they were not from Philip himself, but from a serpent of huge magnitude she had conceived. Probably could put a comma there, really, if you don't want to weird it up too much. Technically, finally, Philip, almost at the ultimate of his life, the ultimate time of his life, about to die, he predicaverated, he announced Parlam publicly that Alexander was not his son.